Hi, I'm William. I'm from Bed to Dead. I live in southern Michigan. I work for Pepsi. I work third shift, so it gives me time to go out and scout and hunt basically almost every single day. I mean, 365 days in a year, and I'm probably out in the woods about 345. So, because of me being able to get out every day like I usually do, I drive around, I do a lot of scouting, I run a lot of cameras, and I locate a lot of big bucks, a lot of deer I want to hunt, a lot of deer I need to find. And the first 2 days of my season last year was kind of rough because it was really hot, but then we got that cold front on the third, and because of that cold front, we had a hard west wind that was blowing probably 25 miles an hour. Well, because of that being 25 miles an hour, I hunt like a lot of marsh, swamp, and a little bit of hill country, but a lot of what I hunt is mostly swamp and marsh. But there's all these bucks that I kept watching that kept coming in this big bedding area, and it's like a little like tamarack island, and this little tamarack island can hold up to 10 deer at once, and most of them are actually mature deer, while the does would bed way on the other side in the CRP field. So because of the west wind, I snuck in there, and when I snuck in there, I got all set up. I was probably 15 foot up. If I got any higher, I'd be skylined pretty bad. And while I was sitting there, that wind kept blowing really hard, and it was cold, but it was right in my face, and I was like 60 yards from the road too. It was like the perfect conditions to sneak into there, while all they like to do is bed on like the north or the south side of that little island, and when they bed there, they usually come my way towards the road, and then they'll cross the road, and there's like a private cornfield that was kitty corner that they're actually hitting almost every single night. So after about 2 hours of sitting there, I looked in the bean field where there was actually a little patch of green beans left after it was yellow, and there's a bunch of does that were actually feeding through over there. So I was watching them for probably an hour, and probably within 45 minutes before it got dark, I heard something stand up on the island. So I mean, I figured he went away from me, but I wasn't expecting him to actually come right to me like how he did. So when I heard him stand up, it sounded like he walked away. So I was still watching those does and really paying attention to like off to the distance to see if I could catch whatever came out of that. And I actually, when I did that, I looked down and he was right there at like 25 yards. So he was coming in, and I didn't want to stop him. So all I had time was to do was grab my bow and turn my tactic cam on. I couldn't even get my main camera on him. And he stopped at like 17 yards, and the reason I knew it was that close was because I ranged that whole like trail, because there's a big beat down trail, and he stopped right in front of me actually at 17 yards, so I drew back and shot him.
It's in the afternoon. I'm sitting in the bedding area where I watch a lot of really big bucks come in and out of all summer long. The road's like 50 yards that way, and I feel like I'm stuck in the open. They like to bed over here, and they're gonna come this way. And there's fresh rubs all on this edge right here. They all should be bedded right down in there. So hopefully I can make something work out here. I'm set up real tight, coast wind. It's blowing just right, so I can sneak in here. See? That's all bedding.
So after I shot the buck, I waited about 45 minutes, and I actually went back to the car, and I actually went and found them by myself. It's something that I kind of do a lot of times, especially if I know where they really went down. A lot of it is because like if I go in there by myself and he actually gets up, I can hear him, where if you got other people with you, it's actually kind of hard to hear like a deer get up and run. And then sometimes you don't know if he does or he doesn't, but usually if for some reason they do get up, then I will actually bring other people in there with me, because sometimes you got to really spread to look for blood like on stuff. So I actually went in there and found him, and I pulled him actually out of the tamarack tree, and then I actually went back and waited at the car for like another 35 minutes after I found him, and waited for my two buddies to show up. Lungs and heart blood. Dude, he kicked up mule kick as soon as I shot him. He come from right there off that tip. There's tamaracks right here, a little island. He bedded right off this tip, came right this way. I only had a couple seconds to turn my tat cam on. I stood right there. It's 20 yards, smoked him.
Duck out around right here.
Watch that end of that arrow.
Yeah.
Right up right here. How much further is it? Right here. Oh yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, perfect shot. See, you almost tried throwing a drop time, but dude, he just got mass. Just crazy amount of mass. He's got that weird point. I have trail cam pictures of this deer. I filmed him once or twice too. He's a big 4-year-old. It was him or another big 8-pointer. That's big goofy 8-pointer is using this bedding area. But I mean, if you look, all these trees right here are all rubbed out. So they've been in here. There's probably another big one in here, but he's the one that came out. He's definitely got some mass to him. I'm happy.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mind holding these so I can put them back in my wallet real quick once I